Thank you for joining me for this short presentation on ShareSoc. My name's Mike Dennis. I'm one of ShareSoc's directors. I'm just going to take you through a very short presentation on what ShareSoc is, what we do, and why it would be a very good idea if you could join us. We are a not-for-profit membership organisation. We're here to work on your behalf as an individual investor. We have over 6,000 members at the moment, and it's rising at double-digit growth rates every year. We do a range of things for individual investors, and many of them you can see listed on this slide. And I'm going to talk in a little bit more detail about all of them in the next few minutes. Perhaps the first and most important thing we do is we campaign quite frequently and with a lot of effort behind the scenes on your behalf to protect your interests when you're investing in the marketplace. A lot of the things that we've achieved over the last 7 or 8 years are probably unknown to you, but do affect the way that you're treated in the investment markets. There's a lot more work to do, and that's why it's great to have you on board as a member, because the more members we have, the more political clout we have, the more resources we have, and the better we can make your world in terms of investing. In addition to all of that, we spend a lot of time organizing events and providing information to you as individual investors, whether that be through webinars, monthly newsletters, blogs, and so on our website, which give you insight into the marketplace and give you the opportunity to learn things about companies in the same way that professional analysts will do in the city. We also are rapidly developing our educational offer around investment activities. We already have an online academy, and we're growing into masterclasses and various other products and offers over time as we develop the resources to do so. And lots of networking opportunities to get together with your fellow investors. I know that investing can be a bit of a lonely game at times, and it's always useful to have a second opinion on what's going on in the market or particular companies you're thinking about investing in. And ShareSoc's a great place to do that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. So what kind of people join ShareSoc? Well, anybody who invests in shares, funds, trusts, bonds, they can all join. They're all welcome. Our focus is generally on investors who are investing long-term rather than traders. We like to think of ourselves as responsible investors here for the long term, looking to generate value through our portfolio management. And typically, when we've done surveys on our members, they would rank as upper decile for financial sophistication, in whichever way you wish to define that. And 15 to 20% of them manage portfolios in excess of £1 million. Those numbers are a little bit out of date today, and it may well be much higher by now. And 25% manage portfolios of less than 100K. So we have a range of investors in the organization, from those who are very experienced, very sophisticated, but also those who may be embarking on their investment journey for the very first time, and maybe with limited funds, quite young in their careers and so on. And they're just as welcome as those who are have got 10, 15, 20 years of investment experience behind them. If you do the maths, we think as an organization, and again, this is a little bit out of date, that we manage collectively over 6 billion in assets in the markets. So together, we are quite a powerful force. So why would you want to join? Well, I think to be better informed by networking with our fellow members, and also just by picking up information from our blog sites, our newsletters, coming to our events and so on, joining our masterclasses. Also, you get a lot of access to company directors on the market, which is sometimes difficult to come by. And we organize a huge series of webinars, seminars pre-COVID, and company visits, and also other events where you can meet with a whole range of companies and get to understand them better, put your questions to the directors and so on, and to learn more about the markets and investing in general. As you can see, the photo was taken pre-COVID, but that's pretty typical for the kinds of seminars we used to organize before March came along. Another reason to join, perhaps a more altruistic one rather than a potentially what's in it for me approach is the fact that by doing so, as I mentioned earlier, you give us more political clout. Directors and regulators are sort of famed for not listening much to individual investors. They spend a lot of time listening to financial intermediaries you may deal with in the city, but getting the voice of the individual investor heard is very difficult. And that's where ShareSoc comes in. And collectively, we have done a lot of good work over the last decade, and we'd like to do a lot more in the coming decade by gaining more influence. So in order to make sure that level playing field exists for you in your investing world, you should join us and help us with that task. Just a final word really on SIGnet. We merged with SIGnet earlier this year. SIGnet have been around for quite some years now. And between us, we're starting to really move the needle here with a national network of investor groups. You used to get together physically, obviously, in pubs and clubs around the country to talk about investing topics and share each other's knowledge, learn from each other in a fairly relaxed atmosphere. We've also got general and specialist groups that focus on particular topics within the investment world. And obviously, in recent times, those physical meetings have now gone on Zoom, and you're more than welcome to join those. There's a try before you buy approach, so you've got 4 months to see if you like it, and then to join up for a more long-term basis if you enjoy the experience. And you can find out more about SIGnet as well on that link as it's shown below. Finally, just to incentivize you to sign up, how about doing so today or tomorrow on our website? And the links are all on our virtual booth in the exhibition hall, so you can go there to find any of these links. There is the opportunity to win a case of wine. So what could be better than that? The associate membership that we offer is free. Obviously, you don't get all the privileges and access that you would if you were a paying member, but at least you get the experience of what ShareSoc does, and you can see what kind of activities we're involved in, and you also get a cut down version of our newsletter every month. If you want to be a full member of ShareSoc, it's 45 quid a year, and you could join SIGnet for 25, which gives you access to the regular get-togethers of smaller groups of investors to network on a regular basis. And you can join a combined membership and have both for £60. So that's it. You can go to our booth and you can see all the links for the membership and all the options and sign up. And if you do that and you're lucky enough to win, I'll send you a case of wine. So that's it really at this point. Thanks for listening. Thank you for your time, and do give ShareSoc serious consideration. Enjoy the rest of the show, and I hope that one day we'll be able to welcome you to a ShareSoc event. Bye for now.